people who don't like me, don't stop my praise. The enemy is doing the absolute best he can to discourage you and to whip you to make you feel like you're not gonna make it to your next. Do I have a witness in here? Because you don't need to be around somebody that's intimidated about your future. You don't need to be sitting by somebody that's jealous of what God's getting ready to do. If you are discouraged that yoke tonight has been broken, I come tonight with the prophetic declaration that there is nothing that shall be able to stop you from getting to the place that God has ordained for you to be. Whatever is standing before you, it has no power. Tell them you are unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable.
Good night, everybody. What's going on? Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are right now in the world, tuning in. Good night to one and all. Welcome to another Unstoppable Live program. This is a Wednesday night show. All right, so that simply means we're reaching at the middle of the week and we're ready for tonight's show, right? We're not ready for tonight's show, right? If you're not ready for the night's show, I want to send in some flames in the comment section right now, and that will give me some form of indication. Say, I'm not the only one that's ready. That I go indicate to me, say, I'm not ready for the show too. All right? So, let me see some flames right now, and then me can see, say, I'm ready for kick things off, right? Because you don't say, I mean, listen, I heard a little piece tonight's program. I'm going to tell you, I find it very interesting, I must say. I find it very interesting, and I think you all will find it interesting too. It's one of them foreign story. You know, we've been bringing a lot of those lately, right? And it's getting even more and more interesting, right? So I have a guest with me tonight she is eager to share this experience, right? And she's nice and vibrant too. That's one of the things I like about her, right? She have that nice, vibrant energy there, right? Now, I'm going to introduce the guest tonight, but of course, you know, I can't do that without paying the credit to the people who make the program possible first and foremost, all right? Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, as you know already, is just give me a quick like, all right, upon the video. If you're not hit that thumbs up button yet, hit the thumbs up button right now. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can hit the thumbs up button so that we can engage with the program and, you know, recommend it to others. All right, it's that easy. So while I'm running the credits, just do that for me. Keep on telling you about Slam IPTV services. The reason why we can talk about Slam IPTV so much is because it is a service that I am personally using. And when me telling you, I have no issues, me not have no issues at all. I am getting television stations from all around the world, and the good thing about Slam IPTV is you can even personalize it and tell them to listen, Slam, I want these channels, that channels from this country, channels from that country, and Slam IPTV will give you those channels. We are talking about news channels, movie channels, premium channels, all HD channels we're talking about right here. All right, I'm here talking about if you're a foreigner, you want to watch some Jamaican channels or any channels from the Caribbean, Slam IPTV is the service service that can provide it. Now you can reach out to them at 647-858-4337 and you can WhatsApp them to or call them straight. You can reach them on Instagram and Facebook at slam_IPTV. Family, now I'm sure someone will hear a few of these phrases at some point. It's all in your head. We can make the pain go away. Here, just take this pill. Or just watch it for a little while, man. Maybe we stop. But guess what? If you don't want guesswork, if buts are maybes, then McLaren's Age Reversing Wellness Center should be your next stop. State-of-the-art equipment to make it easier for you to get the answers you seek. Them assess the problem and provide results the same day. You need to schedule your appointment if you want to get the answers. 914-278-9394. Or you can visit the website mclarenswellness.com. Check it out today. I want to send a big shout out tonight to Alcia Walker. Alcia, thank you so much. Alcia sent in a generous cash app contribution to the program yesterday, and she called me and said, Unstoppable, listen, love the show, love what you're doing with your platform, and I just wanted to bless you. So Alcia, thank you so much. Wanted to give Alcia that shout out before I even get into the program. All right, for that cash up contribution, Alcia, you are appreciated. All right, so like I said, I have the guest here tonight, and she wants to share her experience with us. Now, before I introduce the guest, of course, you know I have to make sure that I remind you guys of the rules, right? No disrespect is allowed over here. Right? And I saw someone the other day say, Unstoppable, why are you trying to censor people? I mean, it's freedom of speech. Of course, you have the right to feel how you want to feel. You have the right to speak how you want to speak, but just no disrespectful comments over yourself on that platform. It's that simple. All right? You can comment, but comment respectfully. All right? You're never allowed to call my guest outside her name. Fool, dunce, idiot, jackass, you made anything of that sort, or else you're going to get black. Simple. Now that that is out of the way, let's get the show started. All right? Carla, or go on again.
Good night, Unstoppable.
Come in nice and loud. People may tell you, say she vibrant in the scene. She come in nice and loud. Wagwan, you ready?
Yeah, man, we're ready, man.
Ready like
and good
Freddy.
night, Unstoppable. Good night, Unstoppable fans. Good night. Well,
No.
you know, I have a little... Yes, Unstoppable.
You know what? Me not even got to take over the show because I hear a show.
All right, Unstoppable. All right, I have a little story, you know, and I'm just telling this story to help somebody, you know, because, you know, when I was a little girl, I never, you know, see my mother and my father live together. So you never have a nice, you know, family. But I remember when I was about 5, my mother used to put me on the bus and send me to town, to the Coronation Market with a basket. And I would go and find my father, because my father used to make the hand cart, and he, you know, he used to lease them out. And so he would fill the basket and give me, you know, put me back on the bus, and my mother take me off the bus. So I said, wait, at 5 years old, I'm going to the market, right? All right. So then she moved. We used to live in Tower Hills, and she moved to Waterhouse. And I mean, around 13 years old, I remember she had a boyfriend, and you know, that man was a rough man, and he, you know, used to curse us. And one day he hit me, and I, you know, went and tell my father. So my father come to my mother, and they were arguing. And then the man come, I don't know where he was, and they start to fight. The both of them, my father and the man, start to fight. I don't know who win the fight, because the both of them drop in a cistern, you know.
What about who was the man? The man was who?
All right, my father and my mother boyfriend. She never married to him yet, you know. So the both of them fight, and then the both of them drop in a cistern. You know, they used to have cistern that people used to catch water, you know. So anyhow, no, the man said, "Go with your father," you know. And then we didn't want to stay, so we went, you know, follow our father. And by the time we reach up the road, my father take the bus fare and he throw it away. So anyway, we go back down to our mother. It was me and my brother, because she had 3 of us for her father, but one of them, she didn't register it in his name, so I didn't bother with that one. Anyhow, we go down back to our mother, and she gave us the bus fare. And so he went, that time he gone, you know, he left and gone. And then we take the bus, and he used to live in Denham Town. So we go back down there. And then, we live with him from I was 13 years old. I used to go to school back up in Waterhouse. And then, I graduated at 15. And well, around 16, I met this man, He was a nice young man. He was about 22 years old and I was 16. And he was a cabinet maker. He used to make some nice furniture, and then, but I know I wasn't the only one. I'm sure he had other girlfriend. But anyhow, at the age of 18, I got pregnant for him. And I have a little girl. And then around 19, I have another one. I have a boy. So then he moved me into his grandmother's yard. And we were there for a couple of years. And then, I moved from there. When you live in Denham Town and them place, too much gunshot fire. So my father was living in a place called Caymanas Bay. So we went over there to live. My daughter, the big one, I sent her to my mother to spend some time in the country. And then, I was over there. But it was like you have to walk 3.5 miles to get around to the place, When I come off in the evening after the bus, I have to walk like 3.5 miles. In the morning, you would get a ride. My father was riding a bike, so he would drop me off sometime at the bus stop. And then I got pregnant with the third one at 24 years old. And so, then I used to come to town to work and go back and forth. So one night, I came home and then my children's father at that time, we never married yet. He came home and he didn't bring the boy home. So he thought I'd bring him home. And then I thought he was bringing him home. So he went back to town now. And I find him somebody, keep him and, bathe him and give him some clothes, wash his uniform. And then the morning when I go, it was okay. So when I was pregnant at 24, one day I was at the river washing. I forgot to tell you that, Unstoppable. I was washing and my son said to Mommy, the bucket washing away. So now, I'm stepping in the water now. Step in the water to go get the bucket. I step in a hole. There was no bottom there, Unstoppable. I went down twice. I almost drowned. And these 2 guys was sitting nearby and they run come with, those coconut bowl and he throw it in the water and I grab onto it and that's how, I'm here to tell my story. I thank God for that.
Thank God for
so
them.
it would be, it would be 2 life gone because I was pregnant, So I'm there, but I didn't want to stay over there. It's country and you have to, when you live in town, you don't have to walk so far. So then I get a place to live. I think it was in Jonestown. And I come, and I had my little girl and we were there and things going on and he working and what have you. So then now, them start to fire some more gunshot.
No, you say you're 24 at this time with the last child, right?
24. Yes, 24 years old. Yes, right? So they start to fire gunshot. I remember one time they kill a man, said the man is a laborite and they burn him. And I said that was, they light some tire and burn the poor man. And burn him alive. So I said, I'm not staying here. So I move now and live and take me now to off Walton Park Road where his aunt have a house. So I'm there, living. And he, at that time now, that was 1982. We got married that same month and we got baptized too, right? The both of us got baptized. So I went to the embassy and he get a visa. And he, says he's going to America. So I said, all right, he's going to go to America and he's going to help me and thing. So, all right, he left. And I'm there a couple months and then one evening I hear a noise coming in the yard like a van coming in and I hear the woman say, Lord Jesus, look how they mash up my place. They mash up my place. I say, Lord have mercy. So I never say a thing. So I go and go sleep and the next man she wake up and she, Lord, don't come out of my place. I have to leave out of my place.
Well, but who this?
So I never argue with her.
Who this?
That's the husband aunt. That's my husband aunt. The aunt he came to America to stay with.
So
It's our place we are living in.
so
You understand?
when he move you from Jonestown, him bring you go stay with him
Yes.
and play. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Right? So the aunt, and then the aunt mother lived there and she was blind. So, I was helping her, washing her clothes and stuff and things like. The woman never care a damn. She just come in and she start going mad. And anyway, a nice Christian lady was living in the yard and she went down to off was past the Chinese. I don't know if you know Walton Park Road, but
Mm-hmm.
past the Chinese cemetery, she went down that way and she find a lady who used to go to church too, and she rent a room. She get a room for me, and I move out and I went down there and I lived down there. That time him over here and me and the children them now, I have to be fighting now. I have to go wash people clothes and do days work to find food and give them. I remember one time I call him unstoppable and I say, the children them need food, I don't have no money. I said, what you want me to feed them and breeze? And the dirty red say unstoppable.
Mm.
Oh yes, feed them and breeze and him hang up the phone. So anyhow,
But hold on now. All
I'm
right.
going.
Well, this was how long after him leave you and gone foreign?
About a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about a year. Yes. All right. So anyhow, I'm there, and I'm doing little day work. But before I move out of the aunt yard, I had a friend. When we were living in Jonestown, she was my neighbor. Cause I remember one Christmas I lent her $200 to buy goods to put in her shop. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why she never have money, cause her husband was a workaholic. So anyhow, I lent her the $200 and she give me back. So she come and she say, boy, she said, Pam, you can lend me the fridge. I said, okay. Because I have it there, no light. We don't have no light and stuff. So I lend her the fridge. It's a good
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I'm down by Walton Park Road with the children. Them going to school. Sometimes them go to school. I used to go to Michael. And them walk sometimes. Sometimes unstoppable. I'm not lying. Sometimes it's $1 I have to give them for their lunch money. One morning I was there, the little one, the little one that I had when I was 24. I never have nothing to give them. And she said, Mommy, put some salt in the water and give them, let me drink it.
Mm.
I, unstoppable, I feel so bad. Anyhow,
Mm.
my father was there and he would help. So I get involved with this man in the yard now and, you know, he used to give me some money and I would buy food and so, I didn't really like him or anything like that. So I decided that, I'm not gonna go through nothing with him. I'm just gonna end it. And because I tell the man say I'm gonna end it, the man, I'm telling you, the man raped me. And he give me one box unstoppable. I see stars. For days my eye was red. And sometimes even now, sometimes it hurts. So anyway, I decided that I'm not staying, I'm not gonna stay there. So I went up to my friend because anyway, anytime I leave the house, the children know where I am. They know
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going up to Linders Road where my friend lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up there and, she said to me, she have a big, nice room. And she said, if you can get it fixed, because the roof was leaking, you can move in. So I tell my father, and my father go and patch it up, man, and we move in, man. And
This is the same
but
friend where you lend the fridge?
yes, the same friend that I lend the fridge, the
See,
same one that I lend the $200.
is a good
And
thing.
let me tell you
It's a good
something.
thing. You never mean to
And
her.
no, but I was kind to her because I mean I'm a young girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to lend her $200. She have a shop. And I'm telling you, I don't know because the husband used to start the shop and she never have no money that Christmas. And I lend her the money and she go to Grace Kennedy. And
Mm-hmm.
them time, you could go to Grace Kennedy with $200 and get a lot of goods.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh no. So after I move up there, before that, my stepmother had a son that they deported to Jamaica. And after they deport him, she came down and she put him in a home off Russell Road, in off Linders Road and Russell Road. There was a little home for
Mm-hmm.
old people and young people. So she put him there. But she want to get him back up now. So she go back up and she come down. This was about 1988. And when she came down, she trying to get a visa for him. And somebody tell her about a man and she give the man some money. But it seemed like the man was a general.
Mm.
Every time she go, him tell her to come back next week, Tuesday. So she go on and tell her to come back. So we just get a man and we take the man up to the house because one thing he did that was good. He let us know where he was living. So we go up there and we take this guy up there and the man act like him is a cop. And he said, listen, if you don't give her back her money, I'm going to lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
So he tell her to come, tell her to come back mostly next week so she get back the money. So when she get back the money now, she don't have no alternative. So she said to my brother, she said, boy, why don't you bring him up for me? But the boy didn't have any passport, right? That was my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, Pam, why don't you bring him up? I said, all right. No, I have the three children, I didn't make no preparation.
But wait, I think you're gone too far because you me did ask you who that, but you never me did cut you when me ask you who the woman when you did depend the part where you were saying the woman tell you say if you come out of your house. What go on after that? Because I think you jump over that part there.
The woman that tell me to come out of the house was the uncle, was the auntie, my husband aunt.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Right.
Yes.
What happened after that? Because me they cut you off.
After she put us out, we moved. Remember, I tell you, the Christian lady get the room down by Walton Park Road, and I moved down there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So all right. Now we went to Linders Road, and we were living there for a couple of years because the children them was going to Michael, so it was easier for them to go to Michael from Linders Road. And then when she came. When my stepmother came, at one time she sent like $150 Jamaican to give to the boy, her son, sister, to go to some reader man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for months the girl didn't come for the $150. Unstoppable, I just used the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day my father find the letter and him say, yeah, God never leave this world without a witness.
Mm-hmm.
She was upset, she was upset. But her daughter said, Mommy, but you worry yourself about, see them not have no money. So, so because me and her used to go at war, that stepmother. But she was a good lady. She always, teach me the right thing. But you're young and you think it's not your mother, and so on. So, but she was a nice lady. So anyhow, go back now. We're going back to Linders Road now. So when she come and then she get back her money and she said, carry him up for me, bring him up. So I said, all right. So the first week, every Tuesday, the plane would leave from Kingston to the Bahamas.
No, but how you gonna carry him up if him never had no visa?
At the Bahamas, you can't carry him without visa, man.
Oh, yeah. You carry him to the Bahamas instead of the States.
Yeah, because she never get the visa to take him back to America.
Okay.
So because they were living in Miami when they deported him.
Oh, so now I got through the Bahamas. I got you.
You understand?
I got
because
you. People who keep up with Wagwan. Who keep up with Wagwan. Them now go the right way. Them are go the left way.
Visa. We're not got the visa.
Yeah. All right. Go on.
Listen. You know how many times them deport she and she going another name and she find herself back at the Bahamas. So then she get married, and when you get married, you can get visa for go over the Bahamas, Miami. So anyhow, now when she tell me if bring him up now, we did just get my passport, unstoppable. And I think I pay $40 for the passport right out of Seaview Garden and Spanish Town Road.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so me get my passport, and so anyway, she give me some money. She give me $1,600 and she went back up. Now me have my three children then, but my father was there with them. So, and you see, when you called me the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, Pam, you was going up and you didn't even tell me. I said, but I couldn't tell you because I didn't know if I was going to get through. She said, that's true. Because I used to, she's a nice friend too. I'm going to tell you the story about she too. Anyhow, so I get the boy the first week when we were supposed to go up, and the boy run away. I couldn't find him. When I do find him and reach at the airport, the people them say, no man, everything check out and everything, you can't go in. So the lady said, how far are you coming from? I said, Spanish Town. The lady said, you're crazy. People coming from Westmoreland, you talk about Spanish Town.
Mhm.
I was feeling so bad for tell her, so I live right in a Linders Road. Well, anyhow, the next week, I make sure I carry that boy to the airport from 1 o'clock, and the flight was 7 o'clock in the evening. And we're there till we check in and everything. So she buy a first class flight, first class ticket, and British Airways, man, boss, flying a plane for the first time.
Mhm.
So anyhow, when we came to the Bahamas now,
But don't up over the party
and
and do you have to make sure because we don't want the viewers them start ask a question now who you left a pitney them with. Because we know them are gonna ask a question. So just address that for now.
but yeah, all right. But I told you that my father was there, but I was not gonna make any preparation until
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm in America,
Mm-hmm.
right? So anyhow, I leave them because one was 15 and one was, I think one was 15 and one was 14 and the little one was 11.
Mm-hmm.
So so anyhow, and the people in the yard, they was nice people, that's my friend. But she was in Miami, she and her children was in Miami. I think
Mm-hmm.
one of them was down there, one daughter. So when we went to the airport now, the next Tuesday, and checking in and thing. So one of the people that check in, she said to me, "Oh, the Bahamas is a strange place." So I didn't even ask her what she mean or anything. I didn't say nothing. I just check in myself and get in the plane and sit down and get to the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
But when I get to the Bahamas now, I check off the boy first, and they give him his 2 weeks. So the man, when I go to the immigration office enough to check me in, he said to me, "Ma'am, you come to go to Miami." I said, "Miami?" He said to me, "Ma'am, you come to go to Miami, eh?" That's the same way he said to me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Miami?" I said, "No, sir, I could never do a thing like that." He said, "You come to go to Miami."
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, him daddy and him look around and him look around and him say, "You come here already. I see your name on my computer." I said, "No, sir, that's not true. You never see my name. You could never see my name there. This is the first time I'm traveling."
Might try find
And
some
him say,
reason
"All
for
right, let
turn your
me."
back.
Yeah, my child to see if me I get nervous,
Mm-hmm.
But he don't know some is a smart girl. So anyhow, him looking at my passport and him go and him. So him say, "Let me see the money again." So then time you have to have $800.
Mm-hmm.
So me have to have 800 for me and 800 for our son. So him count the money and him count the money and him look on him. Him don't have nothing else to say. So him say, "Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks." And I said to myself, "Thank you, Lord." Because if him give me one day, him wouldn't see me again.
All right.
So, anyway, so
But
when you're coming out now, me
and then
carry a lot
again,
of clothes.
one day is all you didn't need anyway.
One,
You only want to get through. You only want to pass through the airport and you're good.
listen, and them time then over there now, carnival time, because I remember it was the 9th of August, 1988,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we don't make the plan already for go to Miami. So when they come out, when I was coming out, and the people check your bag, and she said, you come to spend 2 weeks and you don't have any clothes."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "But you don't see, I have my money, I can buy clothes." So she never have nothing else to say, so she let me through.
Mm-hmm.
So I come out and I meet my stepmother, and she was supposed to get me into a hotel named Olivine, but Olivine was crowded because at that time it's bacchanal time, them love drunk and thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she take me to a friend, because she was living over there for years. So she take me, we stay at a friend till the next night we go to the carnival, and she said to me, "I'm gonna give you $100. But when you come back, when you come to Miami, you gonna give me back my 100." I said, "Oh yes, man."
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, if the woman pay me first class flight, come to Bahamas, of course we're going to give her back her $100.
Right.
So her daughter gonna come for me now, right? So them tell me what to do, and Friday morning now, I take a plane, a little small plane from Bahamas to Freeport. I get there like 10 o'clock and unstoppable. I walk all day. I walk. It's a bazaar, you know. People selling things and stuff. So me never remember if me eat, because me never hungry. Me walk all day until 5 o'clock in the evening. The boat come in. The ship is not a boat; it's a ship. Discovery Cruise is a 1-day cruise. They have 1-day cruise from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas. It's sail and then it's sail back in the night. So anyhow, they come now and we go around to a beach and they make me change my clothes and stuff, And she said to me, my stepsister said to me, why, Pam? I don't know what I'm going on, but say $100 if anything you're going back at the Bahamas. And Nassau. So I say, what? I come with them, I not go back, So anyhow, so she have 4 tickets because my ticket never stamped because the lady that was supposed to get in the ship, you get in the ship, you can come off back. So that's why my ticket never stamped. But anyhow, she and her son and her friend, a big thing down there, she run for all me the other day,
Yeah.
In Miami. Yes. So her friend now, because we stand up in front of the guy that checking us to go on the ship. So she just take her little time, like 1, 2, up the step. 1, she just going up the step. And she just take her little time and go up the step. I don't know, it must be the Lord tell her to do that. And she go up in the ship. And meantime, now the guy looking and, and my stepsister, she's so nervous. She said, that ain't good. That's my one. That ain't good. And the guy look at him, say, we have 3 that stamp. So he just send me up in the boat. That's it. I'm in the boat. Food, everything. They say, listen, eat what you want. Food all over the place. So, anyway, in the night now, she said to me, boy, I know it's going to work out, but it's going to work out. Don't worry yourself.
That time you don't make up your mind to Jamaica now see you back.
Of course, because me now go back, me now go back. So anyhow, Bob Marley did that, them did that Bob Marley place. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing gonna be, I'm say, all right, everything gonna be all right. So I hear somebody on the ship say, when you're getting off the ship, you have to have your declaration form and a piece of ID. So she give me her green card. And we'll write on the 1 declaration form for 3 of us, me, our friend, and her son. So when when the little man just take the paper and he look and he say, Trey, are you okay? That's it. I'm in America. All right. Then little more I see she running coming. Mission accomplished. So I say, all right, this is one. All right, that's it, unstoppable. So now I'm in America now. So we're gonna leave from Fort Lauderdale to go to Miami because she used to live in Miami. And I like Florida, but things wasn't working for me, unstoppable. So so anyhow, I went to her. That time the mother never come over yet. The mother was still over there. So she have to do something now for bring over her son to, She bring over the son. So I'm there with them and we used to get little work here and there. So the stepsister, get a little job in a USA dry cleaning for me. I think it was 183rd Street, in Fort Lauderdale in Miami. So I was there working for like 2 weeks, and then they say, "Oh, immigration coming next week." So she give me a green. Me say, "Me not going back."
You're not take no chance.
I'm not going back home, So anyhow, I'm there with them, and then I get a little day work and stuff. So I go to my friend now that I lend the fridge, because boy, them love when me cooking unstoppable. When me go over there, they want me cook oxtail, curry chicken, and them love me. Even when them live at Linders Road, me used to cook for them. Come cook some food, no man, and stuff. So anyhow, I was there, with my friends. So because I stay like 8 months in Florida, before I go, before I leave to New York. And one day she said to me, I have a friend, her mother going to Jamaica. and she wants somebody to work for her. You want it? I say, yes, man. What you mean if I want it? And I went to live with the lady. You know, it's a sleeping work. So, you know, I get the little job and I'm working. First week I get paid, I give back the lady her $100.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the next week I give our daughter $100 because the lady went to Jamaica for 2 weeks, but she spent 3 weeks and them said them don't want her back.
Mm.
You know, them say still, you know, because, you know, I tell them my name Pam, but them pronounce it like Pam, you know. I say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's how they pronounce it. So she, you know, she said she don't want her back. When she go for lunch, she don't come back on time and she can't read the clock and all kind of nonsense. So anyhow, one night, unstoppable, I'm there. My son called me and said, Mommy, grandfather died. You know, that's my father.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unstoppable, I couldn't sleep. Oh, when somebody dead, you know, call him and tell him like, but the next morning, my stepsister called me. She said, Pam, you don't know what happened. I said, what happened? She said, grandfather not dead, you know.
Hold
So
on.
I said, what you mean you not dead?
So what did happen?
I don't know where my son get the story from saying dead. Him tell me that. But anyhow, he never dead. The man, she said she asked, she called the hospital and she asked for him because she know his name. You know, she know his name. And she said, ask him if he have any children in America. And him said, yes, you know, my brother and me. He called the name. And she said, yes, grandfather not dead. And him wasn't dead until the 1989 he died. Anyhow. So, you know, me have a little peace now. So when the lady come back now, our daughter called me and she said, that was the third week. She said, you know what? Leave the job for me because I don't want my mother to say I get somebody to steal her job. So I said, okay, you know, weekend I'm leaving. But they did get somebody from the agents because they said they don't want her back. And they said, but you can come back, you know, you can come back next week. I said, oh no, I can't do that. Because my mind now is not in Miami, you know, I want to go to New York, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because things not going to run for me because I don't drive and the bus them run like every hour. You know, I couldn't bother with that. So anyhow, I get little day work. This lady, because where I was working now, it was in Hollywood, and I live in Miami, so I have to take 2 buses to go to Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and then So anyhow, so when I give up the job now, I say, you know what, I'm going to New York. So I call my husband cousin. He have a good, they grow together like brothers and sisters. The grandmother grew them. And she said, must come. But yeah, I remember when Hurricane Gilbert, I call him. I don't know I get his number, but I call him. And he sent me $250. And I give it to my stepsister because she was going to Jamaica and she buy some grocery and stuff and thing. Now with the children, them unstoppable. My younger daughter, I call my sister in Montego Bay and tell her to come for her. And I tell my mother to take my big daughter. And my son went up to Marvally to live with his family. So that's, them separate. 3 of them separate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good thing my daughter went to live with my mother because, boy, I'm telling you, if she wasn't there, I don't know what would happen to my mother. So I decided I'm going to go to New York. So I take a train. I tell people, I take a boat, a plane, a boat, and a train to get to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So when I take the train, I leave like 6 o'clock the evening. I never get there till midnight, Saturday night. And she tell me, the cousin tell me to take a taxi and come to Brooklyn where they live. So I did it. And I was there a little while with them and she had a little store and I used to help out in the store but she never have money to pay me like that. So I think she was giving me $200 a week. So anyhow, I stay there, I clean up the place and thing now. So the man start to come over now, like him want to come stay.
Oh,
So
the
that
baby
time I
father?
had yes, him want to come over, come stay now, So because I rent the basement from her and I get a little bed and stuff and down there. So he
So
might
what
come
make him
over
feel
now.
like him can
That
come back in your life after
me not know where he
years?
come from now. So anyhow, him have 2 children over here, a boy and a girl. And every time I used to call him, he used to say, Cynthia. I said, who you call Cynthia? Me no name Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
That are the woman, you know. Because him never tell me say him have 2 children. And it's this friend that bring the suitcase. Tell me that him have 2 children in America. So I never say nothing, you know. But anyhow, so this girl now that I know from Jamaica, she said, you know, Pam, come on Long Island, man. Me can't get work for you, you know.
No, but
Me
hold
can't
on,
get
before you
work.
go there, so let me ask you this now, cause you say him did a try working way back in and go on like he want to come over and thing. But hold
So
on, no,
we
wait, no, I want to ask you this. So him did that. All right, the time frame. I know you say never that take care of the youth them while them did there, while him left them.
no,
And thing.
sir.
So
No way.
while you there over there and thing, he still never that help out for take care of the people them.
No. No.
And then want come lay up when you
It's
come.
me and then him want come. So you know what me do? So when the girl tell me say she can't get work for me, I say, all right, me I go Long Island. So me just left him. You know, me just make it, me leave him there one night and me never come back. So anyhow, me come a Long Island now. And this girl says she can set me up in our agency and stuff and thing. So anyhow, she get me a social, because first she get me a private case. She must get it like $500 a week. So now she rent me her basement for $100 a week now. You know, cause me at work now, right? So one day she get a social security number for me and the social security never good. So me go to the bank, me and her go to the bank for open an account. And the woman, she said to me that this is not good. You can't open an account with this. So I asked her to open the account. So she opened it and the woman said, you know, you can't go on it, you know, because your social security is not good. So anyway, she opened the account for me and, you know, but everything in her name, you know, unstoppable.
So hold on,
So when me work, me get the money and she put it in the bank.
Hold on, where you get social security from?
She buy it from somebody for 200, not say 200 or $150. I don't remember which part she buy it, but she buy it. It come, you know. The social security come 109452182. I never forget the number. Right? And everything. So now, all right. So me work now. Me do the private with the little lady, you know.
So
because what happened?
Hold on, so you're never afraid with all of them bad listen here where that use.
Something like unstoppable afraid when you want good, you know that to run. You hear? So anyhow. So all right, so me get a little sleeping work now. And the first day me go there, you know, the lady give me a whole pan of crackery. Mercy. So me there I work with her, me I get $500 a week and then. But it wasn't her, it was her sister. And but she controlled the sister because she was the older one. So me I work and, you know, me give her the money for bank for me and stuff. So one day the lady gets sick. She had a foot and they had to skin graft it. So they skin graft it and she come home. And one day she walk, you know, she go in the drawer in the kitchen and she said, cause me that working at the girl named Lillian Thomas. So she said, Lily, you didn't buy any food? I said, of course, Elsie, I buy food. She said, but how comes money in the drawer and you didn't use it? I said, Elsie, believe you me, I didn't look in the drawer, I didn't know money was in the drawer. Because, you know, unstoppable, me not going to the woman house to search up the house, you know. So one day she said to me, because she knows me, you know, because what happened, people from the agency used to work there. And she loved me and she said she going to give me her mother bracelet and some jewelry. So she go upstairs and come down and cry. So I said, what happened, Elsie? She said, oh, Lily, I can't believe somebody come in the house and steal my mother bracelet and my jewelry. I said, Elsie, you know it's not me. She said, oh, no, Lily, I know it's not you. Because she knows it's not me, you know, because she leave money and go to the hospital and come back and find the money in the drawer. You know, right beside the drawer, we have this knife and fork and stuff. You have another drawer. I never even look in there. So anyhow, we work with them so till she set me up in the agency now. She tell me, say the girl want $500 to set me up in the agency. But you know, you not care, you know, because you want to get through, you know. So me give her the $500. You know, she take half and give the girl half. So anyhow, me never say nothing. So she set me up in the agency. So me start get little job now, you know, private duty. And I think me used to work $5.50 an hour, you know. And so me no bother work with that lady there anymore. So now the agency give me a private case in the hospital. But when you when you get the private case, you have to work 6 weeks and give the agency, if it's $12 hour you're working, we have to give them $24 every day. If it's 7 days, we give them $24 every day for 6 weeks. But when the 6 week finish, the job is yours. So the agency they don't business with you. So and I get the job now, and I asked her, that's the one who set me up in the agency, because she's a thief, she go in my account and she thief out money and she borrow $1,000 from me and she never give me back. So anyhow, I get the job and I'm there working, and I give her the night shift and I work the morning shift. So I work from 8 to 8 and she work from...
That's because she did have to open the account for you because your name couldn't go up on the
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
how she was able to take off $1,000 for your account. People, you see
No. I lend her the I lend her the $1,000, but she thief out $500 out. Yes.
Out of your account?
Because I one day... Yes, I go to the bank one day to draw money, and they say, they can't do that because somebody take out $500 the day before. So I say, all right, I didn't say nothing to her. I never ever said nothing to her. So now she, I start to work because I have the job for a good, maybe about 3 months, I have the job private, so me I come in now with like, $124 every day now. And then she getting the same thing because she working a job in the day, but she come in at night. Because she didn't have much to do. So one night she decided she going to a party. No, I didn't tell you that she raised the rent now to $150 a week.
Because you see I make money now.
Yeah, so, one room, one room for $150 a week. So I say, all right, I can't say nothing because she helped me out, So, anyhow, now.
But hold on, how long ago this was?
This about 89, me come up here, 1989, me come to New York. So about 1990.
Rent was that expensive in New York that back then in the 90s? $150 a week.
Me said the woman is a rap. For one, rent wasn't that expensive, but she was a thief. Because you can rent somebody one room for $150 a week.
That
means when you have I'm telling you, when you have 5 weeks in the month, you know how much money she gets. So anyhow, me still not quarreling or unstoppable because me know me have a aim in view. So anyhow, she decided to go to a party. So me go to work Saturday morning. And she never come Saturday night, right? So me work Saturday morning, Saturday night. And Sunday morning, she never come neither, and she don't call me. Me call her and she don't answer the phone. And she come in Sunday night. So me work 36 hours. You understand? Without no clothes nor nothing at all. It's a good thing them have a Macy's where me could have walk or buy a pants and so. So she come in the Sunday night. So I say to her, what, Monica, you couldn't call me? She said, you did a sleep, man. I say, all know you asleep? So I say, all right. So she start showing me some bad face now and tell me about me a pack barrel for send, go give me children in my Jamaica. That's how I do. And I say, but if me not send it, who for send it? If I know me for send it, go get them. No, my children them. And she starts, going with her nonsense and show me some bad face. Say, no, she want you to move, So I say, all right. We met a girl on the job because the girl was doing private duty. So she's from England, but her parents, come from Jamaica. They was living in Jamaica. So I say, Angela, you don't know nobody who have any room for rent. She said, Mr. Connor might have a room, that's our boyfriend. He's an older man, but he was our boyfriend. And she asked him. And the next day, I say, you asked him? She said, yes, man. He said, $350 a month. I say, all right. So one night, me go home now from the private duty. You know what she do? She locked me out. She locked me out of the house. Me can't go in. Me have key and can't go in. So I say, all right. Me just go around the basement window and take out the window and go in and move out me something them. And me leave. Next door, you one street from her, So I say, all right. So me there work, man. And me meet a girl named Petal. And she said, Pam, me here about one house up Long Island, up more in Long Island, So she said, make we tour we rent it, man. And I say, all right. So we rent it. She come, she never have no green card either, but she come on a visa. So, all right, so we rent it. So she find this guy and she married to this guy, forget the people. But the boy used to abuse her. So no, me not have no me not have no bank account or nothing, you know. So me ask her now, if you keep, when time I get my money, about $6,000 my work, and you know, she put it in the account every time I work, she put it. So when me ask her for the money, when she go, the boy thief out the money out of the bank. Cause you know she married to him if get her green card, so them have to have an account together.
No, but hold on,
And
hold on there. Makida just asked a very valid question a while ago. Makida says, so when you move, what to the money where you have in the account where your name depend?
oh, me get it out. Me use the card and take it out.
Oh.
Me use the card and take it out. You remember, so me can't use it again because me move out our house and stuff, you know. So me get out the money. Anyhow, so now me fall in another trap now. So me give Petal the money now for put in a fair account. Because I know she wouldn't rob me, but the man where she married to, you know, him didn't buy a drum set for how much $100 and then buy a. But she give me back the money, you know. She give me back, but she give me back like little. Because she couldn't find $6,000 to give me back one time, you know. So anyway, me did it. And me hear about, me meet a girl in the nurse in the hospital. And every time she go look about a little thing, cause she come across Mexico, you know, so she not have no green Canada, but she hear about something from Canada. If you go to Canada and you come across and you can show them your bus ticket and so, you know. So every time she go, she don't tell me. When she come back, she tell me. So the last time now she going back, I said, Janet, you say you have bad wheels, you know, you mean to tell me you go. I'm Brooklyn and I look about something and you can't tell me. So when she gets you, you know, I don't know if she gets you, but when she was moving up maybe to Boston, she tell me. So when we go down, you know, the girl that I was talking to, I told her about it. The one that I told you that I was talking to. She go on it. And every year, you know, she renewing it. It was like an amnesty. But when me go down to Mr. Azim, say to me, who's tell you? Mr. Janet. Him say, oh, she robbed me, she don't pay me. So I say, all right. So anyhow, when me go on it and me them deny me, them write me and tell me, so them deny me. So boy, me feel so bad, me cry, man. Me feel real bad. But anyhow, them say you can go to your local, write your local immigration officer. Me write them and tell me say me must contact my local immigration officer. So me just walk down there one time. I go down to Brooklyn, Manhattan, and go to the immigration office. And them say them can't help me. Me have to do. Me have to marry. You know, them never tell me I have to marry. Them say yeah, them can't help me. Me have to find some other way. So anyhow, me come back, man. That's the second time. So Petal, no, my friend. Boy, me I tell you, Petal, my friend, no. She said, our brother, she have a brother named Patrick. She said, Patrick, no, somebody can sell you American birth certificate.
Yeah, no, Jesus. Hold on there, man. Hold on there, man. People of the year, she don't get Badulo social security. Get busted. No, she gonna get American birth. What after that now?
All right, now, so me show partner, you know, because, you know, Jamaican people have show them look a so, right? So me show my partner and he run $1,100, you know, she say $1,000 for him. She say $1,000. So me get my partner, draw me get $1,000 and she get the brother. So the boy send the bandolo, birth certificate, American birth certificate. So she said, you know, you can apply for your passport now, you know. So, all right. So me go apply for the passport, send everything, the picture and everything, and fill up the form and everything. So me say, Petal, how many I hear from them? She said, come over here, man, and go down there. Go down there tomorrow. Yes. She said, me must come over her house because she live in a Queens, you know. So me must come over her house and go down there. You know, prison. Me I go now, you know, unstoppable. Me I go to prison. So anyhow, you know, like God said to me, call them. And me take up the phone. And me called. And the man said, hello. And I said, hello, you know, I'm trying to see if what happened to my passport. I'm trying to get to get my passport. And him asked me my name. Because me tell him, so me want to go to England. You're the man, no? You're not going anywhere. He said, you're not going anywhere because this paper you have is no good. And him they talk to me nice and everything. And then him said, but if you want, you know, you can come down here and we can talk about it.
That's all like setup. That's all like setup.
But unstoppable, me no fool, me not go down there, mad. So anyhow.
Where is it? Hold on. Where is it, man? Say, if you want, you can come down and we can talk about it.
Oh yes. So I said, Unstoppable. I said to him, so what is your name, sir?
Mm-hmm.
He said, my name is Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I said, then Ray, do you think I should come down there? He said, but you would be a fool if you come down there. I would be a fool. And he
Mm.
said to me, let me tell you something, man. You best get yourself naturalized.
Mm.
Okay? You best get your. I said, okay. So he said, don't do it again, because if you do it again, it's $10,000 fine and you're going to prison and they're going to
Mm-hmm.
deport you.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, no, sir. And because him have my address, him have my picture, him have everything. But he's a nice man. I know that man was a black man.
No, but
And the man,
Them could have
hmm?
come straight here, yard, come pick you up. I got them on your side.
Yeah, let me tell you, the man was so nice, man. The man must have just did a wait for me call him. So I said, Petal, say I prison me did I go, you tell me if you come over your house and go down there. She said, what? Me say, yes, the man say a bandolo. Anyhow, that gone. So anyhow, she moved. So me have a friend and me rent him the room. So anyhow, me never tell you about the girl when me meet at the bus stop.
No, what
Me
go on
meet
there,
this
sir?
girl and but me never said nothing to her. So me go to the bus stop, me have a problem. So me never said nothing. So she tell Petal now because she used to see Petal. So she said, Petal is like a country girl come at the bus stop. And she never said good morning. She not no man.
Mm-hmm.
So Petal say, no man, I'm a friend, man. She a good girl, man. She not bad, man. And then the next man, we talk and stuff and we becomes friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're born the same month. And anyhow, she said, so she knows it because I tell her, I not have nothing, because you can't tell everybody them things,
Mm-hmm.
unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next thing you
So,
know,
me
immigration and
tell
knock
her,
on your door. Mm-hmm.
no one have mercy. So, me tell her, so me never, she knows I never have nothing. And she said, one day she come to me and she said, Pam, me hear about somebody who have some working paper, For her friend know somebody in New Jersey. So she said, what a $600, but me not even know them. So me say, all right, because everything me hear, me I try.
But
So
they
me
are
give her the
shake me head,
$600.
come here and say, hold on, another one again.
So me have to try everything, man, because me the glad say the American one never work out because when you look back on it, me couldn't help my children them. Cause me have to live a life for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, cause no. Cause me remember my father dead 89, cause me come up 88 and him dead 89. So him really did dead 89 for true. So
Mm-hmm.
me couldn't bury him, but brother send money with him sister and she go down go bury. So anyhow no, so when me hear about this one also, couple of weeks now, because listen, unstoppable. Me I work at the agency, because she set me up with the agency.
Mm-hmm.
So me get all people to work, because all my friends come from Jamaica, and me say I go work in my name at the agency, because me I do private duty. You understand? Me
Bopam,
get another key.
Bopam, you say, hold on. You send people go work in your name when your name not even legal?
No, but me send them on the weekend. Me no fool because the people from the agency, them not go.
People don't even go here. Pam name not even legal, but Pam a send people go work at the fear name. Yeah, you know, no God.
So me send my friend go work on the weekend, and she said, boy, the lady love her, and she call me, my name. No, she said, boy, you can come and bring your daughter, but she knows I'm not fair people, and she never, she have a visa, so she never want to mash up her visa. She said, she said to me, Pam, boy, if I never you name, so you see, man, me the all right, because the lady didn't have no children, and should have give her the house.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, and then me get another private case now. No, me that work through the agency with this man and him die.
Mm-hmm.
So one day the son come in at the house and him say them illegal alien and all them do them just come in at the country and make trouble. So him then know some illegal, I work with him mother.
Mm-hmm.
But him did have a nice brother. The brother never care about nothing. So then after the man die, me I work with the mother and me I work 24 hours. So me get Petal for work at the night. Me get the one they will call me country girl. She come in every other weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And me get another friend to come work on the weekend. I saw me do it, because me not greedy. Me one can manage the 24 hour. One girl say, you crazy, what you give them? Me say, no, me have to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, so me do their work, man, and I work. So everybody gets happy. So the guy, one of the man, the lady's son said, boy, you have such nice friend, you have charm, you have Petal, you have, melody, you have all them nice name girls here, So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, no, so Me I work, So when my friend now tell me about this thing now, couple weeks after me get the paper. So now, me go up a social security in Bold now, me done a social security office, up in a garden city. And I apply for social security. So
with
when
the
me
work
put in the
permit where you get, where you
yes.
buy.
So me have when me pay for $600.
Mm-hmm.
And it did look like it good,
Yeah.
unstoppably look
Hold
like
on,
it
this
did
never
good.
good neither.
No, it didn't look like it good, man, because I work. It work. So anyhow, me get it and me go for the social security. So meanwhile, me in the office, me see little old lady now going around at the back. Master God, me start fret now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little old, coming on there, she gonna call police or what, because of bandul.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff, she come back and she said, okay, you will get it in the mail. I said, Lord, I got to do when I go home and everybody take the bus, go home and walk about 3 miles, go home.
Gladbach boss.
Me was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So then me and the friend now, my country friend now, she said to me, say, all right, we're going to go to school, we're going to do CNA. So me go during the week, she go up on the weekend. And then me have a little 4 hour, so we go to school and things like that. And me do the CNA. Because me not have no social security,
Mm-hmm.
So me I do CNA, but me not have no social security. For you have to have the social security to take the state board. So anyhow, me get a little job at Brooklyn. A little weekend, me get $250 a week for the weekend. And in the meantime, my little daughter know the one come at Disney World, so I send $500 go here. So when me send the $500, them say that it come too late. So anyhow, the next year, me send another 500. Me send $500 go here. Now she get through now. So the little job when me I do at Brooklyn, me said to the girl, say, me call my daughter come now. You 6 years, me not see her, unstoppable. Me want to go see her.
So what she do? Apply for visa because you say she want to come at Disney
No
World.
man, the school I go send her a embassy man.
Okay.
You understand?
Oh,
So she
me
go.
think
So,
she da go come year out like oh.
no sir, me no want nobody come that way the way me come, man.
All
So
right.
all right, so all right. After she go, them go well left her, the whole of them go well left her. The man and them never tell her say them I go to the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister now take her and she get, she said my school came yesterday and they never tell me. And the man said to my sister, so where's your passport? Because she would have get a visa to.
Mm-hmm.
So him give her, I don't remember how much him give her, but him give her the time to come at Disney World. So I say, if you want to see, you can see, can me go. So in the meantime, I tell the girl, say, the woman work for me for the weekend, and when me come back, me work for you, right? So she work, because she work during the week and me work the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go to Florida, go look for my daughter and stuff, glad to see her and thing, and she decides she not go back, so she run off and go stay with her auntie in Florida. So when me come back at work, the woman tell me, say, after no me tell you if you go to Florida. Me never send you go to Florida. Me say, okay, all right. Me never send nothing to her. Unstoppable the next week. I never go back. I never call. I never go back. Because if you can't be so bad, man, you want to work 7 days a week and you can't give somebody 2 days. So anyway, me just leave her. And we start getting like a job here and there. I may go to school. All right, now, so may I tell you about the social security now. So couple weeks, the social security coming at the mail now. Real one now, because I use up until now. Real social security.
Mm-hmm.
So I take my state board, I pass my state board, and one day my friend said to me, say, call the clinic and make appointment. I go do my mammogram. So I call and go like a she and tell them everything, and then one day she come and, she go do the mammogram, and she said, come, we are going to look work now. Because she have her state board and it's going to run out now, because it's a 96 now,
Mm-hmm.
And it would have run out in a 96. My one would have run out before Earth because me get mine before Earth. But 96, July it would run out. So summertime now we go look work. Summer work in April. So go about 3 home. CNS school, she said to me, no. want me to go this place, you know, my eye, but I don't know where. I know you just go straight up. She tell me the street. But I don't know if you tell you turn left or right. And then my friend, no, she knows somebody used to work and they tell her where. So we two we go and one day, you know, me I do my little agency thing and one day me come home. That time me get my little daughter, you know, because her father did them shooting down in South Carolina in 1995. So she'd have to come up to come at the funeral. And after yes, so the day now I come home and she said, Mommy, somebody from such and such a place call you and say you must come in for interview. So me call the lady and I say, so what happened to, you know, the country friend, you know. So what happened to her? She said, you know, I just pick some random name and your one just come up. But I said, but I would like her to come to, you know, because the both of we come together and I feel bad. She said, okay, tell her to come. So the two of we go and we get the job, you know, and then we start work. I think she did a work, me that work 7 to 3, and she worked 3 to 11. Yeah, something like that. So now, me not have no car or nothing, so me just get up on morning time, 5 o'clock, and take the bus. One man, I take the bus, and me never even know, so me could have take one bus and go up, and then take, and me go real, round one, take the 4 and go round, and Lynbrook, and take, you know, but you don't know. So anyway, me find out the near part now, you know, me start take the bus. 2 bus instead of 3. And, you know, that's how that go. And me go at the nursing home with the paper now, you know, the social security and the working paper. Boy, them hire me, you know, them never ask no question. So me say, boy, maybe it good, you know. So, anyhow, me start, you know, me say, boy, me not like this, you know, me go back at church, yeah, man. One day, me say, me not go back on Europe on a Saturday, me go back at church and me go back at church. And I start go to church. So the woman now that, you remember the woman when the woman put me out and I was living in her house?
The baby father, what auntie you say?
Yes, when the auntie put me out. Put us out, the 3 of us out, the auntie put us out. Me and our 3 great grandniece and nephew.
Right.
So me get in touch with that lady and them come up Bandulo too. But them get through. So me say, then how you get through? She said, you know, the church, me get through to you, and she tell me, say, the church. And I say, all right, because we go to the same church. But she live in the Bronx and me live in Long Island. So me go to the church. You know, one evening me go to the pastor. I say, Pastor, I like if you help me, you know, because I mean, I have no green card, you know. So another girl was there and she said, Pastor, me not the same kind. Him say, you too? So anyhow, him say, all right, and him help me. But we have to find our own money and things. So we have to go as a Bible worker, so we have to go to school and stuff. And then we get a lawyer, Manhattan. I think we pay $5,000. Cause my daughter was here. She was here. I put her on the paper. And then I go and I do the interview. And after we do the interview, I said to him, so what am I supposed to do now? Him said, you have to wait because we don't have any number. So I'm waiting. We can't get through. So I go back down at the office and she said, she don't know. So somebody said, go to the Congress office and make them write immigration. And them write immigration. And about 2 weeks after me get through. But by that time, them drop off my daughter. And them shouldn't drop her off, you know. Think about it because we get the interview and everything. So it was their fault. So anyhow, me get through and me get my green card. And that is the time I take to the job and give it to them. I never tell nobody my business. One time I hear a girl say, oh, them fire somebody from the job, you know, she don't have no green card. And I say, all right. So after, you know how long it take me? Unstoppable, 12 long years. 12 years to get my green card.
12
but
hard, struggling,
no,
whole heap of trial and failure years.
I may not give up. 1 year and now, the woman will put me out of the house now. When them kill my husband, you know, them buy 3 spot for him. Right? And the daughter called me and she said she want to talk to me. And she come that time I live at Long Island, she live at Brooklyn. And she said, you know, me I ask you for one of the spots to bury my mother. So Miss all right. And she said, oh, I know my mother gone to heaven. Me said, that woman, she gone to heaven? She changed? So me never bother say nothing because she have a friend in the car. And she said, what you mean? Me say, you never know, say your mother put me out of her house. She said, no, me never know. So anyhow, me give her, she bury, you know. So she and her nephew bury same place. So when my daughter come, she said, Mommy, you give that wicked woman the spot for bury her? You shouldn't give it to her because she put me out. So I tell you, when people wicked, you know, you just watch them. And the reason why I'm telling this story, Unstoppable, is to make people have courage and don't give up. Because I never have to bother with no man. You know, since 1995, I don't bother with no man. I'm telling you, I go back in my church, I work, I buy my house, I buy my car, you know, come here illegal. You know, it was an option that I came here because I did better here than what I would do. I didn't want to go back to Jamaica. I have to go back when they killed my son. My son died in 2012. I was going to visit him like the Monday, and this Saturday night he died. Wow. Because they shot him, you know, they shot him in his leg and he lost one leg. Which way the doctor said they shouldn't cut off his leg. But you know, Jamaica, they work careless down there. And I have to go down there, and I never get to see him alive again. I get to see him before, you know, like 4 years before, he was walking up and down, selling in the arcade and stuff like that. So I go and I bury him. And I file for my daughter. I have another big daughter. And him, I file for him too. But he die, you know, they have to drop him off. So my daughter come, and her two daughters here. And God bless us that, you know, we don't have to beg or borrow. And you know, I tell the story because I want other people to have courage.
And listen. The thing is, a lot of you always commenting and saying we want a good story. We're tired of the sad story. We're tired of the man hurt woman story. Now we get an awesome success story tonight, right? And I also have to say this. One of the reasons why she said that she wanted to share this was because of the recent show we did with the young lady who wanted to give up and go back to Jamaica. Yes. She heard that, and she said her story is one that will motivate young ladies like that who, you know, want to make life but find it hard and decide to them want to give up. She said, no giving up. You have to push, you have to keep holding on.
Me never ever tell you the friend when me get for run the house, him have a friend because one day me was so depressed. And him say, what happened to you? Me say, boy, me in this country, I have no green card, and my children, them, me are worried about. So him say, you know, me have a friend, you know. Me could make him marry to you, but him have AIDS. Me say, what? Him have AIDS? Me say, no, sir, me not. Because me did decide to me. Because remember, so me did still married, you know, because me never divorced the man. But now him dead, you know, so me could have married. But me say, no, sir, me not married to him. So God help me. I mean, he's a citizen. You know, me get my green card. Coming out this country illegal without passport. You know, well, me come with a passport, but the passport couldn't work over here because when I file, I had to pay $500 for coming here illegal. You understand? When you come in the country illegal, you have to pay. So I pay $500. And thank God them never send me back to Jamaica to collect the paper. The church filed for me and I get through. And you know, it was a story.
Thank God for the pastor. Pastor was one of the bandulu one them.
No man. You know, I've not to do with it, you know. All him have to do is just tell the secretary if you know, send the affidavit of support to the lawyer. And you know what him said to me? Him said one thing you must remember, you know, the pastor wear shirt, right? So I give him a little donation, you know, go buy him shirt them, you know. So you know, me just want to tell the story. Me want to tell, you know, I tell the story to make people have, you know that, because even the young lady the other night that was saying that she feel for go home, go do what? Don't go home, because I'm sure, you know, she's a nurse. She said she can go look a job and get a place to rent, and God will help her. Don't go home, you know, because you can't. Because I was doing my GED, you know, and I said, me get the job at the nursing home. I said, me can't bother with no. Me don't want no GED now. What me I do with GED? Me no want no GED unstoppable. Me alright, me make it without me. You know, well, me is now 69-year-old. So when me I do GED, me no want nothing. Me didn't love the nursing, but when I see the thing that go through nursing, I say, no boy, me can't bother with that.
And I want to show
So
you
me just tell
the viewers right now in the comment section loving you. Them love your energy. Them love your perseverance. Them just love the me don't they tell us
man,
that this was a good
when
one,
I
you know.
tell you no. When me tell you no unstoppable, no man no help me, you know. No man. Because me dey find one little taxi one. And one day me give me $150 for pay my phone bill for me. And because you know me I work 7 days a week, me can't get for pay the phone bill. The man use my money. When the people am go lock off my phone, me say, what? Embarrassed. Me say, what kind of paparazzi man this? Me no want to crazy man, you know, sir.
And
So
one of the
just
things where you never mentioned, viewers, she also mentioned to me, say, listen, me unstoppable. Me know me did have to make it. Going back was not an option, but me know me never gonna get married to nobody to get no stay.
no,
She make sure
sir.
she tell me that straight up. She said getting
No,
married was
sir.
not the way where she did want to go.
Because I see too much people married and them get so much abuse. Because even my friend Petal, the boy used to beat her up, you know. Him used to beat her. Sometimes you have to take off the day for follow her go a family court. But she want the green card, she never got, you know. So me say no, so me now go through that. And God just love me, son, just love me. You know, boy, may I tell you, him really love me. Because me could have filed for my daughter, support me to get the American people. Me could file for nobody. Because my daughter have a little one, me never ever file for her, you know, when me go down there for them. Me just ask immigration, say, can the baby come? She said, where's our passport? That time me never have the passport, so me have to send them, you know, the passport and thing. And the little girl come up without no problem. She had 10-year-old now, she come here when she had 4. You see? So anyhow, me did get no bundle of paper, my children, them would have still there Jamaica and couldn't come here. Well, the little one was here.
And see, the good thing about this, you know, the good thing about this is, you see, you go through the struggles so that you can pave the way for your grands and your great grands and all of them for the way they know. You know?
Unstoppable. Me love people, you know. Me remember this girl come from Jamaica, you know, and she married to this guy. He's American. And she not have no money for put in her papers, you know. And you know, so me lend her the money for put in her papers. Me lend her the money for put in her papers. No, she all right.
Nice.
You know, my friend will come from Jamaica. She come here and she spend 4 months and she not have no money to go home. And you know, me give her the her the whole week's pay. It was like $750. I me lend her the whole week's pay. And at 2014, me get the last $300. She could, you know, she couldn't pay me one time. And so me love people, me help people. Me not just greedy. I love money for myself alone.
Whatever happened happened to your friend where you lend the fridge? And a good friend same way?
Oh, she died. She was living here, and then she was living in Florida, and then she moved to Georgia. But she died, you know.
That was a good friend to you, though. That was a good friend.
Yeah, man, we was good friend, man. Anyway, she got me and her gone. She got a Grace Kennedy, me follow her gone, you know. Yeah, man, me and her was good friend. Cause I mean, me's a young girl and she come and she borrow money from me. Me lend her, you know, and it's a good thing me lend her because we could have live our house and you know.
That's what I say. It's a good thing you never mean to her when she
and when
didn't
me
want
come
to borrow.
America, when me come here, me could have go to them house too. You understand? Me could have go to them house, you know. Cause me have another little friend, you know. She used to come by the house. Me put up everybody, you know, unstoppable. She used to come by the house. Because she used to live where me lived on, and the woman, after the woman put me out, she used to live in that yard too. And she and them fall out and she come by me, and then she used to go a country and she used to bring some weed. She used to bring some weed, you know, and she said, what day I said to her? I said, you're lucky them never arrest you. And she saw you mean them one day them pull over the car and the policeman has searched the car. And she said she put her pad and her panty them on top. And when the policeman opened the bag, she have the ganja at the bottom, you know. When the policeman opened the bag, he said, all right, shut it back. Because she have the panty and the pad them. I said, but you know easy. Me not do it.
Listen.
You know, but
When me come,
You
you
have to
better make sure
survive,
say
you
you
know.
put me up to you. Say you put up everybody, you better put me up and me come.
Yeah, man, me put up. Yeah, man, me love people, man. Me not care. Me love people.
Listen
But
me.
you know, some people ongo use you. When them tell you to come stay with them ongo want to use you. You understand?
That's true. That's
And my
true.
friend, she said, you know, the only house you have when me never come are the one when you deliver Union Deal. No, no, this one. She said, this one. This are the only house you never come.
Mm-hmm.
So me care for people, man. Me help other people, and that's all it should be. Because when you come into this country, it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really rough. Because you know, my mother dead and I couldn't go to the funeral. My father dead and I couldn't go to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when my son died, well, me was, you know, me could have go back and me get the
Yeah, you
green
get
card
something
from two.
then. Yeah.
Yes, so you know. But it's rough when you come here, man, and you can't. And I say you can't go back, you know, you can't go back because Jamaica, your country. But go back and coming back is another thing.
Yeah, cause I mean, you don't have to go through one hell to reach there. You can't left and then have
Yeah,
it. Yeah, me understand. But Pam, listen, I want to thank you so
yeah.
much for giving us an awesome show tonight. Tonight, I know me alone enjoyed. Every single person enjoyed. You understand? Tonight,
That's good.
between
Yeah,
Facebook
that's
and
good.
YouTube
Yeah.
combined, almost 800 listeners listening to you tonight, and
Mercy.
everybody loving your energy. You understand? So,
Wow.
Pam, listen,
Well, you
me.
know, my husband, I say, where the Blunt Street here, say, man.
Listen, and keep that same positive energy you have, Pam. Trust me. If this is you on a daily, everybody around you must be laughing straight through
Oh, yeah,
whenever
man. Yeah, man.
we love you. We love your
Yeah.
energy, Pam. Thank you so much for sharing your positive story with
You're
us
welcome.
tonight. All right. And I do wish you all the best. All right. See everybody else, we enjoyed the story tonight. Yeah, man.
You know what? This is a true life story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, so because even the other day, I called my country friend and attack, and she said, "Pam, you remember when you go, you go tell them say you're fire." She said, "Tell them say you're fire, your mother."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So you know, it's a true life story, man. And I thank God, you know, I could have share it with somebody and give
Yes.
somebody hope and courage, and knowing that, you know, when you come to a strange place, you know, cause you know, sometimes you come to America and people use you and them abuse you because them know you don't have no papers, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not to do that to people.
And the
You
good
feel
thing is,
love people.
the good thing with Pam's story tonight, I'm sure it motivates somebody out there tonight. We might not know who we know, but I'm sure
Yes,
this story motivates somebody out there who are listening right
that's
now and say, you know what?
somebody's story motive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, somebody's
Mm-hmm.
story motivate me if I come tell the story. You know, one last thing, unstoppable. Me
Mm-hmm.
remember me have a friend, you know, and her mother died. And she married to a man and him get him green card and him come to America and him join the army.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when her mother died, him come to the funeral. And the night after the funeral, it was a Saturday night, him tell her say him want a divorce. How wicked could he be? And
Mm.
she called me unstoppable. She said, me think you did love me, say you wish. So she called me from about 8 o'clock. And me and her dep on the phone till about 5 o'clock in the morning because she said she gonna kill herself.
Mm.
And me say, when you kill yourself, what gonna happen to your son? You know, because she have a son for the man. She have two other big ones. So
Mm-hmm.
the other day she said to me, boy, I'm glad me to talk to you, you know, because me never
Mm-hmm.
talk to you. Boy, me don't know where that happened because me was
Mm-hmm.
so desperate, you know. So we have to help one another.
And
Listen, I
Pam,
just
you
say listen,
remember?
because sometimes people
Exactly. That's what I just was about to say. That's what I said the other
listen.
night. People just need somebody to listen. That's all. Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 unstoppable. Thank you for having me. And unstoppable fan, I love you guys.
Thank you so much, Pam. Have an awesome night. Because we certainly will after tonight's show. All right,
All
Pam.
right.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Okay, good night.
All right, so Unstoppable Family, there you have it. That right there was Pam with the success story. Queen Bee, you say you come late, but Pam's story tonight is similar to yours and you miss it. It was an awesome one tonight, Queen Bee. Trust me. You know, to all the viewers here tonight who enjoyed tonight's program, make sure you say you're there for Friday night show. Because listen, all right, I just want to say I appreciate every single person that is here, by the way. All right. And listen, if you have an experience that you want to share, the platform welcomes you. As you heard Pam say, someone else's experience inspired her to want to come out and share hers tonight. All right. So if you're listening, don't keep it bottled up inside. Don't just bury it deep down. Come out and share it. Also, I want to say this again because I'm seeing a lot of people commenting saying, Unstoppable, what happened to the positive stories? No, this is not the first time Unaga hear me say this, but I'm going to say it again. I bring to you the stories that comes to me. All right. No one is paid to share their experiences. So it's not like I'm hunting people and saying, okay, I'm going to pay you X and Y and Z to come on the show. No, these are real life experiences that people share, right? So if you are listening right now and you have a positive green card story where you're married to somebody and you end up go live with them, or you bring your husband over and him come over and together for 100 years and then still happy, you can share that story as well, right? So instead of just asking and saying Unstoppable, what happened to the positive story, them how come we never hear about people who actually bring over a man or bring over a woman and it end well? You can share yours, and that's how it starts, because when other people hear yours, they will want to share theirs. Just like how Pam shared hers, somebody is listening who have a similar story to Pam's one, and them are going to reach out and say, Unstoppable, I want to share my story. That's how it is. All right. So if you're listening right now and you have a story that you want to share, 754-317-5747 is the number. All you have to do is send a message on WhatsApp, and all the message has to say is, Unstoppable, I have a story I would like to share. It's that easy, that simple. All right. Once you send that message, I will give you a call. All right. Yes. Yeah, man, Marissa, Pam's story is a great one tonight. I enjoyed it. You know, even when she and I was talking before the show, I tell Pam, I said, Pam, listen, me tonight I go festive because me love your energy, me love your vibe, me love how you're just vibrant. And see it, she come on with the same type of energy. All right. Now, Oral Blake, thank you so much for that super chat, my brother. It's appreciated. And Oral just sign up back and get him badge. Finally, we don't wonder what going with Oral, you know. Marissa also sent in a super chat contribution. Thank you so much, Marissa. And Ram Beauty and Wellness sent in a PayPal contribution. Thank you so much for that. It's appreciated. All right. I want to also send another shout out to Alcia Walker, who sent in a Cash App contribution as well. Much love and appreciated. All right. Now, if you're listening and you haven't signed up as yet to get your badge, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can sign up and become an official supporter of the platform. All right. If you're on Facebook, all you have to do is click where it says subscribe and sign up to become an official supporter. If you're on YouTube, all you have to do is go to the homepage and click where it says join, and you can sign up to become an official supporter and rock your badge. All right. Speaking of badges, we're at the end of the program. So if you have your badge beside your name, right now it's time for you to start marching out. YouTube crew, march out using the custom emoji. Facebook crew, march out using the flames. Let's go. Start marching out right now so that we can give on the shout out and get out of here and go me yard. All right. Mama Joy is marching out, rocking her badge, of course. Much love to you, Mama Joy. And Mama Joy is rocking a loyalty star. We got Real Queen Bee in the house rocking her badge as well, and it's rocking a newcomer badge. Navlet is rocking a golden VIP badge. Oral Blake is rocking a super VIP. Jen is rocking a super VIP as well. Marissa is rocking a golden VIP. Then we got none other than, who else? Darlene Walter Riley is rocking her badge as well. We got Kizzy Unstoppable in the building, and Kizzy is rocking a loyalty star. We got none other than Mina Unstoppable rocking her badge as well. Missy Facebook crew a march out over there. Enough. Shanna Lee is rocking her badge over there on Facebook. Much love to you, Shanna Lee. We got none other than Romina rocking her badge as well. All right, Danella. Yeah, march out, but you don't have your budget, Danella. All right, me not talk too loud, make nobody hear me. Danella, you don't have your budget, you need to get it. All right. Then we got Lady K's Kitchen marching out, rocking a loyalty star. All right. Is that everybody? Cindy B is rocking her badge as well. I wonder what to Maximar badge. Me not see Maxibar. What to Maximar badge? Brian, big up yourself, is rocking Extreme VIP badge as well. All right, is that everybody? Lurleen Miller is rocking a Super VIP. Let me see. I don't want to miss nobody, you know. Let me see. All right, Miss Amina. All right, let's see. Is that Lady B? I'm seeing good night to you, Lady B. Much love. All right. We say Cindy B. Stush Pumpkin just marched out and she's rocking a loyalty star badge as well. All right. Is that everybody, Marissa? Oh, yeah, march out over Facebook. You're not a badge on Facebook. Marissa, you need to fix it. Kimmy is Kimmy is rocking her badge and Kimmy is rocking a loyalty star badge as well. All right. Family, that's it. All right, like I said, if you haven't signed up as yet to get your badge, sign up right now and get your badges and become an official supporter of the platform. All right, remember the show nights, Monday nights, Wednesday night, and Friday night. If you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, if you're watching tonight is your very first time, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook and you have not hit that follow button yet, hit that follow button. All right, Marissa say, where my badge there? Marissa, you need your badge get cancelled apparently, so you need to sort out that little thing there. All right. So family, I'm done with this tonight. I'm going to get out of here. Tonight's show have me nice and vibrant and in a good mood, and I'm going to keep it that way and end it that way. All right. So much love, family. See you all on Friday night. Bless up.
See the music. 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 See the music, 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 see the music,